You guys might remember the Keyfinds Clanar. I reviewed this one a while back and I said it was one of the best planar IEMs out in the market today when you're considering price or bang for buck value. And at the time, Keyfind was a completely new brand and their first IEM was already really good. So of course when they released a new IEM, the Delcy single dynamic driver, I was super interested to see if they can go back to back with good releases. And this, even though it's retailing for $75, it's kind of always on sale. Same with the Clanar, it's never really at its full MSRP. I believe that one of those tactics that you see on AliExpress all the time where there's a full price but it's never really the full price, like it's always on sale for some reason. So right now it's on sale for $59. And is it worth it at the price? That's what we're gonna find out in today's video. Hey friends, welcome back to another video on Gooooood Audio. Today we have the Keyfinds Delcy. We're gonna review it and compare it to some of the models that are very popular nowadays around the same price. Let's start off with talking about the tuning. This is a bassy neutral kind of tuning, very relaxed to listen to. If you listened to the Hola by Truthears before, this will sound a bit familiar, but you know, this is quite a bit warmer than the Hola, but the same relaxing and loungy kind of energy is there in both IEMs. However, in a lot of ways, I think the Delcy is an upgrade over the Hola, but we'll get more into that later in the comparison section. So starting off with the bass, it is a lot of bass and it is warm. So it has some bleed into the lower mid-range. Female vocals especially gets pretty affected by this. They don't sound as natural or as light on their feet as I would like. Male vocals get some extra heft to them, but I do feel like it is a tad too much warmth here. Yes, it does add a lot of nice heavy note weight. Songs are very relaxing and loungy to listen to, but it could be a tad more natural to me. I wish they tamed that lower mids down just a little bit to make vocals sound a bit more natural. In terms of the bass quality, I would say it's rather satisfying. It's thumpy, it decays pretty alright. I think if you listen to mainly songs that has a lot of big bassy instruments or a lot of bassy parts, you're going to enjoy those songs on the Delcy. Now, on to the mid-range itself. I already talked about the lower mid-range, so the upper mid-range is actually very well done. The top end of vocals sound very natural. Although they have that extra bit of huskiness to them, their voice still sounds rather good. And the timbre is wonderful as well. And this comes to a really big surprise because the price of it is quite inexpensive and there's not really that many IEMs that does upper mid-range this good, in my personal opinion, especially in this price point. Now, if you look at the graph, you see that really big 8K peak. That on this IEM is actually shifted way past 8K. Because in order for me to get that 8K peak to line up exactly on my coupler, I had to hold the IEM almost outside the coupler for it to line up. Which means that when you actually insert this IEM into your ears, that resonance peak gets shoved way past 8K. It lives naturally around 9K or so, I would say. The peak being shifted as far as it is what makes the timbre of vocals and instruments sound so dang good. There's no immediate peak there from 6 to 8K that would make the sound feel smaller or less natural otherwise. And the good doesn't end here. The treble is also very well done. There's a bit of peakiness, but all in all, it sounds very normal. And that's rare to say in IEMs under $100. It sounds normal. It sounds like it has enough treble. It doesn't sound too relaxed, not too bright, not overly peaky. It's rather normal sounding with just a touch of extra spice. It's good. So all of those things combined make me feel two different ways about this IEM. One is that it is a very impressive IEM, possibly top 10 if not top 5 under $100. While at the same time, I feel sad that this is not entirely my preference. It's too warm for me. But if you like warm IEMs, this is one of the higher ones that I would recommend to you guys. It's probably one of the most bang for buck, best value one out there if you're into this kind of signature. Next is technical performance. Let's bring up my scale right here. I would put this around the Aria 2, slightly below it, not quite Aria 2 level. The only reason for this is overall clarity. Aria 2 just has that, you know, the good tuning that brings out the mid-range much more than on the Delcy. But everything else, I feel like the Delcy plays ball with Aria 2. Next, we have comparisons. Let's first compare this one to the Truthears Hola. Even though the Hola is less than $20, I feel like since the signature is somewhat going towards the same direction, it's a good comparison. Overall, the Delcy has way better timbre than the Hola. The Hola's timbre is a bit on the low energy side. True relax in my personal opinion, and also overall treble, the Hola is worse than the Delcy. The Delcy just does a better job there. The only area where I say the Hola does better is in the lower mids. It's not as warm as the Delcy, so there's better balance and more natural sounding vocals on the Hola. But all in all, the Delcy is the better IEM. Next comparison is with the Truthears X Clinical Zero Red. Now this is one of the toughest competition in the price range, and I would say overall I still prefer the Zero Red, not only because of its tuning, but because it comes with impedance adapter that is implemented really well. You can go neutral tuning, or you can go with a bassier, warmer tuning similar to this, but without the flaws that this have. So I feel like the Red is still overall superior. The one area that the Delcy wins over the Red is in the treble. The treble just feels more incisive. It feels more lively. Not technically better extended. You just hear the treble more and it sounds more natural on the Delcy than on the Red. So between the two, if you're going for a more neutral kind of signature, you don't like too much warmth, of course the Red wins. The Delcy is more for people who really love that warm IEM, and it serves that market directly. And to be honest, under $100, I don't think there's any really good warm option besides the Delcy. Alright, that's it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want any more comparisons done with the Delcy, leave that down in the comment section below. I will be doing a comparison video where I take all of you guys' suggestions, or some of the more interesting ones, and put them all into one video. It should be around April or so. And oh, I almost forgot the ratings here. I would give the Delcy a green thumbs up. Yeah, even though it's not my preference, there's still so much to like that I feel bad not giving it the full recommendation. If you like the warm kind of signature, this is probably the only real good choice you have in the budget realm. And I would give the Delcy the rank of B-. Well deserved. Alright, that is it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Good job, Keyfind, for another good IEM. Peace out. Bye.
君が笑うだけで何でもできる気がする